You can see it out of this
looking
team
good,
all the
though.
time. It allows them to play slow.
Oh, flash and dash.
Fast. This is a team, as
There's
they said,
no one
they've been
here.
together for a long time.
Right.
You know, Pletz, Meeson, Shion, all the 3 starting roster. Adding Liazzi after first strike, and like they said, all that work has brought them here.
Oh my god, they're going fast.
Well, right now, Riv, it looks like they have A, and they have
Hiko
A.
just died.
Oh my god, Hiko just... Oh
Actually,
no,
to
the
breach
memes
utility
are
that
gonna
highlighted at the
already
beginning of
start.
the series, so a great start here for Havan Liberty. Asuna's in a great spot there, but you see they're protecting the flanks, right? Like, Pletz is in a position where he's going to ensure nobody's coming in from mid. They have full access of sight. This is...
You can already tell, right, that someone's gonna be
Quite a
spamming
bit
at the
utility
first
still
ever
coming
NA
into the
death in
site.
this tournament.
Steel's
This
holding most of that. And they're gonna start
Breach
the
after
smoke with
shock.
Nitro over to A main.
All right, that's an excellent start. Asuna
Oh.
able to get one. Shion's playing just on the other side as well. Kyedae opting to go aggressive. He's able to clean one up as well, as there is just one left, and he's not going to take care of business. Steel drops. Havan Liberty draw blood first.
A lot of aggression from one area for 100 Thieves there. It seems like they didn't expect Havan to get into the site that fast, to set up so quick. And you saw
That was a
Pletz
fast...
just in the corner. That's almost the first position to die at switch. He didn't even have a focus on him. So a little haphazard there for the first round.
He was
But we
actually
know
Astra
nerves
sucked
are here
into
on
the
land.
breach
This is 100
aftershock.
Thieves coming into land for the first time in over a year, as they've said
That's
themselves.
a
And we'll see if Havan can keep those nerves on.
pretty good play,
for
to be
100
honest.
Thieves.
100 Thieves opting not to buy up here.
They must have, like,
So you
that must be
presume they're gonna
preparations, knowing where there's going to be a player.
Yeah.
As this round goes, but for Havan Liberty, they are bringing in a little bit of spice, right? You've got
I want
three
a
Spectres,
cat
you have
really
two
bad.
pistols, and much
I want
very
a
similar to what we
dog,
saw in
another
the previous
dog, I
round.
want a cat.
And this is very typical for Havan Liberty, right? Like, they feel things out, they poke, they prod of it, and then if they don't like what they see, if they get the no-nos, they go ahead and they rotate out elsewhere, and that's exactly what they're doing.
And I liked that it was a B strat after their first round A. Figure out where 100 Thieves is setting up a few of their agents here in the early game, what they feel comfortable with on these rounds, and right back into A, as you said, Havan Liberty's going to set up a little garrison.
Oh, but it looks like 100 Thieves want to fight this, but they haven't spotted Crane! Nitro and Ether are able to get one apiece. Nitro gets the second, also not able to clean anything up either. They wanted to hit
That's
hard
an
in tree. They
expensive
had
second
the
round,
setup
though.
there, but it just was not enough. Havan Liberty holds serve.
All right, let's take stock of it. We're into round 3 here. Good damage done by 100 Thieves there onto Havan. 2 Spectres will come out of that round as we see the flurry of kills coming around. A little duck there by Ethan, but he does get dropped by Meeson. And both of these rounds have been 100 Thieves. Once they go to attack, retake the site,
Good job.
Like
this is
has
first
their
full buy
now
round.
We get weapons on both sides. A few of those
Let's
Spectres still in play. And it
go.
actually looks like Pletz is going for, actually looks like he purchased 32, so he's just sitting on this for now. We'll see what he has.
Friend, that flash from Ethan should get a little bit of
So it is
info.
just the ghost.
What's going on? Yeah. But again, for 100 Thieves, man, they're playing off-site. This is the 3rd round in a row where they leave A open, and Havan is really just...
They're
kind of
playing
able
A
to
for
waltz in.
completely for retake.
They're more than happy to take that space. Quick trailblazer to figure out what's on switch and the push through. The use of utility. You were talking about this, Doug, how they flow forward with their utility. Ethan gets that trade.
Oh,
Let's
no.
see how Vaughn responds.
Asuna's gotta go big here. Asuna's already good for one. Ethan gets one as well as the spike goes down at the hands of Crane. Can 100 Thieves finally retake this site? Heavy numbers
need to win this bonus round.
Crane.
Oh.
The Seekers come out as well. It's just
No
TENZ
shot.
around the generator, spike slowly ticking away. There's a decent amount of util, but look at Ethan. Ethan's only got 46 health.
They have another
Trailblazer
flash.
tags. Pleats good for
Oh,
Crane.
nice.
In a 1v3, it's doable, but no. Steel gets 2 to wrap up the round.
Nice.
They could
There
have
we
lined
go.
up. That's a scary thing.
Yeah, I know.
Whew.
We're seeing the same thing from 100 Thieves as they come in. They're loving this death
Go.
ball, like you're saying, playing off site a
One
little
on the
bit,
board.
then relying on each other's utility to displace and damage all of the members of Havan Liberty
These
as they
Priscillas
re-enter
are like
the
playing
site.
proper
It's
death
not the
ball. They're
greatest
just
in
like
the world. We know you're
5-man
going against
stacking,
5, but your abilities
like running
have
it
a
down
higher
on like
chance
the
of
first
hitting on the way
utility.
in.
Oh,
100 Thieves is a little reliant
Damn.
on that. Plus the bonus round, so they're good to get that one with full guns. Let's see how Havan Liberty can bite back, though.
Slightly different setup here that we're already seeing out of Havan Liberty, right? Like the previous time we saw a stack like a mid-B split. This time they're actually defaulting a bit more. They're going to feel things out on opposite sides of the map to see what they find. This is already a change of pace.
Oh, these runs are going by fast.
Sonar bolt goes
That's
out.
good.
yeah. See, now they have a
Already
much more
trying
aggressive
to
defense than
decipher
Ace
whether they can move forward.
to like
What kind of ground can they take?
stop
Own
the
for
kind of
30
push they had
seconds,
previously.
And then see how 100
Yeah.
Thieves
So
will
now they're
react.
kind of
It's all
forced to play more
patience
around
here
the
for
mid
Havan
control.
Liberty until they execute.
But
then
they
it's a
don't have
firestorm.
Well, they've
a
already
Killjoy
taken
or
so much space
Cypher.
mid, and Nitro
So middle is
certainly
pretty
worse
free.
for wear.
See that?
Down
Like
to
there's
5
no
armor
no
and
turret.
78.
There's
You
no.
know, it's not
tripwire.
contested at all.
Yeah,
It
they're
is
just
not safe,
playing
right? Like,
both
they gave
sides.
that up.
They're
Yeah,
giving
they
up.
dropped
Like
the
look
door,
at the
but-
map.
And that's why you see, look at Steel. He's having to rotate back
They-
to make sure that they have not fully lost
It's actually
control
like
of their own
getting
spawn.
more common, but it's really
All right,
interesting
so
though.
breather able to be had by
That's
team.
big.
Just
Steals a
completely
big
free.
open there with a Vandal onto Meeson. And that's going to be the first blood of this 4th round. Where they decide to move, that was actually Seekers coming up on that. So we'll have to see how they can use that in the next round. But
It's
the
'cause
round
they're
present
afraid of
right
Sentinels.
Now, can they tie it up from 100
I
Thieves
get it.
side?
Steel going big. He's already gotten 3, and this is a slight difference from 100 Thieves as well. We talked about how they like to play off-site. This time they're stacked on there, and between Steel and Ethan, they've been able to lock down A themselves.
Slowly switching
Damn.
things up.
30
I think that's kind of what Steel does best, right? That adaptability within the rounds as he starts to read the opponents, how fast they're playing, how hard they're playing, and the consistency of a precedent they're setting with abilities. If the star is here, are they going
He's
somewhere
using
else?
an iron
Using
gun, buddy.
Type of stuff. Goes very big into each round, and you get more and more info. Just a few more seconds
Guess
left
the
on this one
tournament
from
client
Frontier.
has access to all the
4v1
gun
as
buddies.
he's looking
That's
to
so
hold,
funny.
so he doesn't get taken down on
hilarious.
this. Has that Phantom. Did he try to go for the orb? No, he's not even going to give up the sound. He fears.
No,
he feels like he's got people bearing down on him. 2-2 as we head into round 4. 100 Thieves gain some footing.
Yeah, and I'm really interested to take a look at economy right here because on the side of Havan Liberty, you have a couple of key ultimates that are
Yeah.
Wait, Scotty
online
laughing
and
like that?
available.
My voice is shot.
And we haven't really seen how they stack that well together. How did they play off of that? That was pretty filthy by Steel.
What was that, guys? You gotta get paid?
You don't get that at home. The magic of laying it full display.
Well, it depends if you watch the stream.
That's
Fuck.
true.
I'm just kidding.
That's
No way, you just
But
said
for
that
Havan
shit.
Liberty, you know, we were talking about it just a moment ago. They don't have
I
really
love
much
that.
as far as economy goes to bring in, so you presume that Seekers, the Hunter's Fury, are going to be
Dude.
online into the next round. And meanwhile, on the side of 100 Thieves, you aren't much closer either, right? Like, you've got Nitro
Right.
who's kind of sniffing at his ult, Asuna as well, but nothing really on the brink.
And look at the priority that Havan flipped now with this Phantom. They throw it over to Crane. He's close to ultimate there. Seekers is out, so they can double find something if they get a good idea where that is. But they want Crane finishing that kill right now if he's possibly the last one up
Oh.
or using that ability. Tech timeout real quick as we have that 2-2. You can see how the rounds have played out. But it does seem like we have a great game on our hands. I'm excited now that we're going to get back into some eco rounds. I want to see how Havan goes from that because they were able to take pistol. Pistol's very important if you can't or if you continue to swing the game. But now that it's even, can they come back?
Yeah, I think one of the fun things for Havan Liberty as we kind of think about this team and their story and how they've gotten to this point, you could tell even in the feature prior to their series started, like it means so much, right? Like there's nationality,
Absolutely.
pride. There's, you know, we joked around about friendship being one of the win conditions, but there really is, like, they want it, right? Like they want it really bad.
And these orgs have been around. August 2020 was when Havan Liberty came in. And you can kind of almost say the same thing for 100 Thieves within that September-October month as they created a team. So a lot of experience, the power of friendship, as we heard from all of these coming through. And looking at how Havan did throughout their stage 3, undefeated all the way to the finals. So having the troubles throughout throughout the year, throughout each VCT, and then finding all of that ground in the last stage 3, only to get beat by Vivo. But you mean you're gonna get beat by the
The
person
stage
that wins
looks
the
so
entire
insane.
Why does he
You're
have
still here
a
with
phase?
But that what a journey
most
for
sad.
Havan Liberty to be able to do this. Changes in the roster.
Wait, you guys see that? You guys see that?
Story, you know?
Well,
He's a
and to your
phase most
point,
bad.
It really is because you think about their up and down, right?
Yeah,
They look
absolutely.
so promising at the inception, like
No,
at first
and
strike,
there's
they
nothing
were
wrong
the
with
real
it. I'm
deal,
just
they
like-
looked so good, and then, you know, they went through a couple
I
roster
just wonder
changes,
why.
and for a lot of people,
I'm more
it looked like-
surprised
You're
that
gonna
the
get
org
most
is.
Well,
I'm
Yeah.
guessing he's used it.
Yeah.
like we're
Yeah, I
we're-
think
But I'm
they're
more
allowing
surprised
it
that
too.
they
While
like
it
that
did
the org
almost seem
thinks
like
it's
a matter
okay.
of not
Yeah,
if
that's
but
funny.
when. I've got to say it took a little bit longer, at least longer than I expected.
Right. It is because everything's changing as well, right?
Right.
And you have a team like Sentinels that you're still learning from, and everybody can across the world. And then you're like, well, the game changed again. How do we change with the game? And 100 Thieves says KO's our way. And we actually saw them again playing against Sentinels while it be a seeding match. They
Oh, I love how
went back
everyone
with
looks
the
so
KO
happy.
again after they actually lost pretty hard on that
Yeah.
split or whatever split I believe it was. And just like it's not the agent. It's just the way we played at that time. And they've shown that time and time again that they can correct their play, adapt very fast, and it's what makes 100 Thieves very strong with that experience.
Well, and I mean, that was the question going into the series, right? Will they bring in KO?
Yeah,
Like, are they
will
going
they?
to adjust? Will they do it on every map? Is there a little bit
Hey,
of
Kyedae,
spice
what's the
in
date
there?
today?
And
Today is
I think
September
we've seen
10th.
that, yes, this is not just like it got us through Challengers 3 as a cheese pick. Like, they are fully committed to playing around this agent, and it's gotten them this far.
They're
going to continue to double down on it.
Absolutely. And again, about Havan Liberty learning where they came from. After first strike, you said 100 Thieves makes changes. So did they.
Right.
Bringing in Liazi, finding that duelist, finding a little bit more ground for the structure they already had in Shion, Misen, and Pletz. And then getting in Crane. Loves to play the
Is
Sova.
Asuna sad? I don't think he's sad. I think he's a bit nervous probably because he's playing together with a lot of people that have tons of LAN
the
experience,
side of Havan Liberty if they
and
go
he doesn't have that. So I don't think
Riv,
he's
I'm gonna
sad. I think he just needs to like get into the
as we turn our attention back towards the map,
groove. Yeah,
we think about the
I think
sides
you're
of
gonna
each
see
team's
him
run.
showing
Havan
up
Liberty
on like
is
map
starting
2
off
or
attack.
something, you know.
47%
Oh, for sure. And also, like,
on attack.
a lot of these
That's
people, it's their
not
first
great,
LAN experience
right?
as well,
So
you know, and
Yeah.
it's just a lot of
knowing
getting
that
used
their
to, for sure.
defensive half is better
I think he's staying for the
statistically.
6 months.
What's the magic number?
Hiko's not
The
wearing
magic
shoes.
number of
Steel's not wearing
rounds,
shoes
I'd say
either.
They at least have to go for the 6 because I
Does
feel
that
like
make it
100
okay
Thieves
just
is gonna
because
be
he
able to
does
work
it
them
too,
slow enough
huh?
on the attack side
Who
to
knows,
draw
honestly.
out any necessary rounds. Steel would be like,
It's just
wait,
whatever
we
makes
gotta
you
put a
comfortable, I
stopper
guess.
on anything happening for this hemorrhaging loss rounds.
Right.
And then they'll come in and win it. I do think, though, looking at how 100 Thieves has a better defensive side, if that's where it comes into play, if Havan can take these rounds, that's where it's going to hurt 100 Thieves.
Yep. Popping back into the action, just a quick retake of where we were. Pistols the majority of the way for Havan Liberty. There was a slight change. They put the Phantom in the hands of Liazi, which makes sense.
Good call.
2 ult points away from having the Blade Storm online while
man.
Thieves have full
That
rifles
aim punch.
across the board.
Steal.
Steel's already got his ultimate. He's going to be piling it on.
Look at
Asuna
them.
one as well, but nice kill from Shion on the side of Havan Liberty.
You got to have that happen at this point.
Oh.
If you're at Steel at the press conference, he was saying he gets locked in on land. He wants to see his opponent squirm. So a great shot back by Shion there as Ethan and
Oh,
Hiko
wait.
make quick
What was that
work
shot,
of
Hiko?
2. A few more shots here. Oh,
That?
no, Crane has
Oh
something to
my
say about that.
God.
2v1 and a slight possibility hanging by a thread here.
7 HP and the Sheriff. First shot's going to go a bit wide.
Oh yeah, Hiko was allowed
Don't
to use his
like to
hat.
Spot him as well. Crane feeling the pressure really coming from
There's
all
normally like a
over.
no
So
hat
giving him a bit
policy
of
on
respect
these
too. They're saying,
events.
let's drone that.
But maybe it's
see
because
how
it's his
careful
own
he's
brand.
playing it,
It's alright.
using the utility he had at his disposal. The Hunter's
Who
Fury is
knows,
there,
honestly.
but that would be a hell of
So
a
remember back
ballsy
from the
play if you were to
CS
bring that one out now. 40 seconds
games, I'm
left
pretty
on the
sure
round.
wasn't
I
allowed
love
to
the
use one.
patience. He's not
lot
saying,
of
oh, I
time.
have to find them. He's waiting for them to get antsy and make a move. 100 Thieves, however, very stone cold on this one, are not going to give
30 seconds left.
Crane that
I have the
peak.
spike.
27 seconds left.
So he's upgraded a weapon. He's got the spike still.
Oh, the hats were true. The hats had something to do with the soundproofing, but it doesn't matter here.
Crane is just so
True.
weak right now. If you look at him funny, there's a good chance he dies, right? Like
Makes
7 HP
sense.
isn't going to take him very far with 10 seconds left. Hey, he might. All right, so he is going to go for it. He's at least... Oh, no, he pulled off. All right, so...
Oh,
Why?
Moves his Phantom into the next
What?
round.
I got him with the fake
Oh, and maybe get a
dash.
kill on the way? Sure. Yeah, he'll take that.
Oh, the spam!
Oh, no.
Nice.
Wow.
So close.
And it was, as soon as he stops that spike plant, it's a damage round.
Right,
They're
yep.
saying we're looking forward, this is just for the future, and then it plays
Yeah, so
not
back
so
in
much
the
into their
day
favor.
in
They do get
CS
the count out of
tournaments,
Steel,
they were
but
not allowed
Steel's
to
been
use
racking up
hats
so many frags,
because
he's
it
got
could
money in the
jeopardize
bank.
the
He is just on
soundproofing
fire right now
of
for 100 Thieves
headphones
here. And
in
a
LAN
3-2
tournaments
as
because
we
there was
got
an
to round
audience
6.
and casters. They
See
could
how they
technically be stream
open
sniping because they
his
could hear what the
hands.
casters said.
Looks like we do just have the
Or what the
Spectre
other
over there with
players
full
were
rifles
saying.
on the side of Havan Liberty.
Now, and this is really the
You
first
could
round
still
we've had
question
has
that
the potential to be
they could
really
hear the
explosive,
enemy,
right?
though.
We talked about it previously.
You know,
You've got
like if you
the Hunter's
don't have your
Fury, you've got
headphones
the
on, you
Seekers,
could
you've got
technically hear the
Rolling
callouts
Thunder.
from
If
the
we step
enemy.
into another technical timeout
Yeah.
very quickly, get things situated. We'll get you all back into the action
But I don't
as
know
soon
how that works.
as possible. But right, like as we think about this on a timeline, this is where the asterisk is, right? Like this is where we're going to learn a lot from both teams. How do they play off these ultimates?
Wow,
How do they
so
chain them
many.
together? What does that look like?
100
in fast
timeouts.
execute? Yeah, I'm really interested to see how this round plays out. And then even
100
we
timeouts.
talk about KO, we talk about that pick. What can Steel do with his?
I think we see that more coming from the attack side when they get to source information because they don't have that
Can I
sentinel.
please
So
not?
when you see 100
What did
Thieves
I do?
moving with this composition, it's slow. They always watch their back, and they're making sure that they are grabbing a few. When we saw
Hello,
Hi,
Steel bring
Timmy.
out the KO in stage 3,
Hello, mister.
his
How are you
assists
doing?
went through the roof along with Nitro.
Yep.
And
We are
how
blessed
much they
by
were
an
setting
aim
up
god in the
Asuna
chat.
Everybody say
and
hi to
Nitro. Like,
Timmy.
go back and look or Ethan, sorry, not Nitro. Go back and look at those stats. I think at one point.
For those of you guys who are wondering, Timmy is the GOAT. He streamed for 56 hours straight, all the way from Bronze to Predator. Is that what it is? Bronze?
Yeah, Apex Predator,
Yeah, Apex Predator, which is like insane. I don't know how you did that.
As we look at Havan
Like,
Liberty a bit on their side, coming out strong. They don't seem that flustered. They were very happy to go in aggressive, test
sometimes I scroll through
really
Instagram.
Against them. Now it seems
I see
like
Timmy's
that
highlight
extension of
clips.
the
I'm just
round
like,
with
okay,
this
dude.
initiator squad is giving
And then I get back to living my life knowing I will never do that ever.
Yeah, that'll be
But neither will
certainly
most other
interesting.
people, so I'm like, okay with it.
I want to say it was Bala who mentioned
She
it
don't
on
know
the
shit.
desk,
Join
but
Shroud stream.
you
Dude, why do you have
can't
to come here and
be
say that?
intimidated, right?
No.
And that's what we've seen out of Havan Liberty.
You're here
and-
too.
Right, and that's kind of some of the magic I was talking about,
Jeez,
right?
some
Like,
people
you
are so
have to have
sour.
some magic, and that starts
Yeah.
with not being disrespectful,
Imagine if-
right? Like not having no
Imagine if
regard
different
for
watch
who's on the
parties
other side.
had like a
AKs
different
through the
entertainment
teleporter.
value.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Like, it's got to be a. We understand that that's who we're playing against, and that's fine.
Shroud literally
right?
playing
Like,
ads
can't be
mid-round.
intimidated by
That
who's
dude's
on the
probably
other side,
making
regardless of the
bank right now.
25,000 years of experience that they have on later, you know, whatever it is. Like you just can't let that get in your head. And for Havan, that's been the case so far.
And you, Havan beats 100 Thieves here. Mental group buff, honestly, for Havan.
Yep.
You know, it is expected that a lot of people would say 100 Thieves would come out to win this one.
Hi,
And
Amanda.
seeing how this first half might go, 6-6, I think that's going to change quite a few minds here.
Ran an ad and he's
Very
eating
well
for
could be the case.
months.
And that's such a, I mean, just not just in the group, but for the region, right? Like the
Absolutely.
boost that it has
Absolutely.
is absolutely insane. Are going to be kicking off round 6. Look at the stack heavy on the side of B from Havan Liberty. Oh, and for Asuna, you're right, Riv. They dropped the op, now just having the
How many
ghost, but he's got
timeouts
the
do they
blue
have?
shirt.
100. No, I'm just kidding.
Trailblazer, utility
Oh fucking
used.
god, that's why it feels like
Just
it.
seeing if
Because the
Asuna
100
can
Thieves
do a quick
IGL,
in and out
the
here,
IGL
so
is
he
steal.
takes that position gained. Now waiting to see if he can get the backside of one of the members of Havan Liberty. But again, like I said, that slow play from Havan may be a detriment to them if Steel can continue to grab information with this KO. They move up. they
Loving
grab
the
a little bit more
Jonah D
space, Havan
content.
starts getting strangled.
Jonah Day.
Jonah Day.
Decent idea of where Steel is.
I'm trying to make a
Seeing
better
as Ross is
Kyedae.
gonna have to give some of that space back up. Havan Liberty slowly but
Kyedae.
surely trudging their way forward. They make their way up the middle of the map. We've talked about how
They
that
love
was
that.
exposed in the previous round. Once again, it's open. They've taken it. Steel just used his knife. Got no info of what's happening outside of B. There was
Average
nobody
Kyedae.
home.
Oh
So they
yeah,
can
I'm gonna
play
teach
off of that
Kyedae
a little bit,
lineup
but they
soon,
understand that it
guys.
is not
Yeah.
safe yet
We'll
again.
get some average
Recognize that
Kyedae.
smoke play
That'll
they
be
just
fun.
did. The sky flash through the smoke. 3 of them barge out. Havan Liberty loves that. They love to be in your
You know
face.
what,
They didn't see anything,
guys?
so they backed
You guys
off.
made
They're
tie
not
days
worried
such
about
a big
taking too much.
thing.
They don't have
Whoa.
it.
Seekers, Hunter's Fury, and Rolling Thunder have
Oh.
all been dropped.
Whoa.
As we talked about
Oh,
previously,
here's
Havan
a
Liberty
lot
looking to
happening.
get onto the
Oh,
site.
Steel is
as
down.
100 Thieves
Revive me,
slowly
Jet.
trying to make their way back in.
Yet
Asuna's
revive me.
Jason wants to
have
make
gotten in there. The rest is gonna
our
come through for Steel, so he's back
custom
online. 13
license
seconds
plate
left. Shion should be able to get the spike down. 100 Thieves
Kyedae.
again find themselves in a
PYD.
real situation.
4v4 as they make their way in. Good utility here for Shion. The rest of the
They
team,
managed to
have
rest
quite
Steel
a
actually.
few
Actually got
flashes
value
to
for
get
him.
back
He
here
played
inside 100
entry,
Thieves.
got
Steel's
knocked
squad
down.
is healthy as they
They
look to make
got
their
the
way in.
refag and
Or
rest
waging
him.
in tree.
That's big.
Crane slowly playing around.
Tyson
Crane
is
gets a
cute
chance
too. He
to
likes
blow
Kyedae.
this up if he gets the chance, right? But it might be Liazi who gets one. Crane gets one as well. Liazi gets the second, but Hiko! My
God.
goodness, Hiko! He gets the last kill, and
That
he
was
gets
an
the defuse to
expensive
take a
round.
2-round lead.
Oh
Back
my
and
god.
forth.
Woo!
And that's exactly
Clutch
what
master.
100 Thieves needs to do when they encroach on a position, when they squeeze it. There's no sentinels to cover the other side of the map, no tripwires. So
I
they're
was seeing
the
your
one. They
reactions. Yeah,
always
me
have
too,
to go
Timmy.
around and
It's super
find that
cute.
space
And link the
themselves
little
Yeah.
bubbles
with
down
whatever solo
below.
util they had coming around the side. Crane.
My name is Hiko,
making
and
great
I'm a
moves there, but
baiter.
100 Thieves
I'll see
just
you on the
the
bomb
other
side a
end.
Little bit
later.
later.
Two, as we have our first kind of gap in rounds here. We'll see if Haven Liberty can close this up.
I love you
Oh,
put on a
God.
little southern accent there.
This is
A little bit later.
A little bit
because this is
later.
where you can really build off of separation.
wait,
I
wait,
hope
wait.
he doesn't
Yeah,
see
To the
this,
point where
because
so
I
long
film a
you
lot of
factor
content
and all
with
of a
it.
sudden, that's already a 4-round
wait.
lead. 4 rounds in a row, presumably 5, given the gun difference and Asuna doing things like that. Like, this is a very
My
dangerous
name is
spot in the
Hiko.
timeline for Havan Liberty.
And a big purchase.
And
two
I'm a
Spectres, full
baiter.
util coming out.
I'll see you
Stinger
on the
there
bomb
for
side.
Liazi.
A little
Little
bit
bit
later.
later.
Another shot there.
Oh god.
Looks like he'll go for it one more time as he takes a quick fault line to the face. That's Lianzi coming in, and that's
Let's
going to be a
go,
nice
Peter.
shot. One from Steel and Asuna. Doug, they continue to make this happen in a split second.
Good job, Peter.
All sorts of information, and well, and really honestly, Lianzi was able to upgrade a weapon, but it's been a lot of rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
Right? Like, as much as we talked about how we like that they feel things out and then they make a move, we find ourselves on the same site for the
shock
7th
dart.
round in a row. If I'm not mistaken, right? Like,
that's
it
cool.
might look a little different at the beginning, but they clearly favor A.
It is tough here, and this starts to kind of get into the mentality of both teams. Liberty can use this in a way to say, all right, we've done that. We
here's
could
a
try
good
B,
here's a
but
good
now this starts to get in
quiz.
Steel's head. He's like,
Oh,
maybe
wait,
they don't feel
can
confident.
we run a
B becomes
poll?
a little bit easier for Steel to read, and that's why we're
Kyedae,
seeing these
can we run a
rounds
poll?
start to go
And
over.
then
Oh my
if
word.
it's
And
called
that,
shock
you can't
dart
count
or
that
shock
out.
bolt.
But
Is it called shock dart
they
or
now,
shock
I think,
bolt?
need
The
to start at
ability.
least taking one
Tell
or
me.
two out,
Wait,
or
or
expend
shock
way more
what?
utility before
Bolt.
these hits, because they're just
Bolt?
getting smothered
Yeah,
when they hit the site.
BOLT.
And
Is
I
it
mean,
called
you
shock
take a look at
dart or
economy,
shock
talk about
bolt?
checking out,
The
it was 1 or
ability.
2s. We're in the middle of a
Run a
tag
poll.
timeout. 5,400
this is-
credits,
this is funny.
4,548. I mean,
Yeah.
fellas on the side, 100 Thieves, they're rolling in it.
Little bankroll. And it is going to be that purchase. You're up to 2,900 a round here
Right.
for the side of Havan Liberty. So if you do the math, they lose this round. You do have some with 3,600 like Pletz, but you have 3,100 on Crane. You're not going to be having a great buy there. Maybe if you have kept utility from the last round, but
Silva
util
says
guns and
dart,
everything,
but
that's
it's
why these rounds
but
start
it's
to keep
bolt?
swaying towards 100 Thieves. And they
Look
know
at
they
this.
have that grip
I'll send
on
you
Havan
the
right now.
here.
And it's important
Really?
for Havan to,
Look
to
at
break
that.
that. I
It's
think
not-
then
say?
they need to take
It's not
a few
even
out,
letting me-
draw a bit
it's
more
not
of
letting
the
me exit
utility,
out.
because once they get in
Oh.
the site, it's
For some
Asuna
reason.
hitting a shot.
Oh.
Right? Steel just hitting shots. Doesn't
Yikes.
seem like,
Maybe you're in
the
full screen
utility
mode.
is
Press
working perfectly,
F11.
and they have to figure out why.
Yeah, and you know, I mentioned previously, like, we're in a pivotal moment in the round because all of a sudden we're
Did that
talking
work?
about like a 9-3
Oh.
half,
Yeah.
maybe a 10-2 half, right? Like with how good things have looked for 100 Thieves, how economy looks right now. It's certainly a possibility. So
What
for
the
Havan Liberty
hell
again,
just happened?
the pressure is on them.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
To change the tide.
Oh no.
Of the
Okay,
map.
don't
So
panic.
So
Just-
another slow
just-
quarter
No.
round. You already
Just
see
alt
spike
tab.
drop by Havan back towards that B tiles area.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. Wait.
Slow picks back and forth. You can see Steel actually
Okay,
giving
don't
assistance
touch
there.
anything.
I'm not
Kyedae.
touching
Kyedae.
anything. I don't know
No,
if
no,
that's
no, no,
happening
no.
to my
Creep
computer.
the bench there.
Okay, but
Quick 0
I'll
point. They know
paste
it.
the link.
They're safe.
Chat.
They
Here you
get
go,
back in
chat.
position.
Valorant fandom. Silva abilities.
Using a
The
little bit
ability is
util
called
again
shock
to try to
bolt,
work the middle of
but
the map.
he says
No info
shock
gathered.
dart because that's his voice
However,
line.
this is a slight difference, but I like this, right? Like 100 Thieves.
So
Ethan, a couple
70%
rounds ago,
of
was very
you,
comfortable taking away space
I'm
on
afraid,
him, right?
are
when,
pretty
when the pressure's
dumb.
in the middle of the map initially, he's done that a couple of times. Peek down long, nothing there.
And then, again, now Havan Liberty slowly moving up, trying to pressure on 100 Thieves. It's almost like exactly what we saw, that one member, I think it was Crane at the end of a round. If not, I apologize for my memory, doing this, and they're really trying to work
Jonah
100
Zoomer?
Thieves
Yeah.
to the bone.
Yeah, I'm a
That'd be just
zoomer.
be For info, surely. Okay, he does not take it. He pulls back. As you see on your minimap, they've actually gotten great positioning around the members of 100 Thieves. They have mid control, but they're going to have to get by Asuna. And yeah, he is going to be able to drop, but he got one on the way out. But that should open the door for Havan Liberty. Nitro playing backside, playing by himself. He has a little bit of info from the Sova intel, and my gosh, he's not even going to get a chance, right?
Nice.
It's just on to Pletz.
Oh
He
my
drops.
God.
It looked dicey for just a moment, but 100 Thieves
Sorry,
respond
my cursor.
beautifully.
Reluctance. There was the jet dash. The breach came out. They dropped Asuna.
No, it's
and
not
then
called recon dart.
They
It's
started
called
holding shift
recon
on the way
bolt
into
as
the
well.
site, and it was kind of a let's go. That's only
Crazy
Nitro back there.
Sag.
And
You
Hiko
guys,
was a big
anytime
proponent
there's a-
of being able to make that happen. The way they've been rotating, the position they're set up in. 100 Thieves was instantly ready for that situation if they did lose a member. And 1, 2, 3, the dominoes fell 6-2.
Oh, did they
now
say it looks
in
pretty
favor of 100
dicey?
Thieves in a variety of rounds.
Yeah.
Still getting planted.
I remember that was a
Making it
thing
to the
just
site.
after they
A lot
changed
of
the
these
roster.
late
Like
rounds
the
now are
casters
coming up
needed
to
to
just
stop
frag
saying,
rounds.
"Wow, it's looking dicey."
Havan Liberty again find themselves at a gun
Still
deficit, but
killed.
Nitro,
Oh
my
my-
goodness. The Hunter Fury has been used,
Wow.
however, from Hiko. Oh no!
He
Thing
killed-
to see is he
Killed
drops
Nitro.
Nitro.
I mean, he hit him
Look at Nitro's laughing.
A
Look
little
at
bit of
him.
friendly fire. Steel feeling a bit of pressure again. Remember, for Havan Liberty,
If they
don't
lose
have
this
a ton
round, I
as far
swear
as
to
weapon
God.
goes,
Oh my
but
God,
that
they're
seems to be
losing this.
exactly
No, no,
what they need
no.
at this moment as they find themselves at a
No,
slight
no, no,
advantage,
no,
but
please,
an advantage
no.
nonetheless. They have managed to get onto the site. You're going to have 3 members
Guys,
of
he had
100
9
starting to
HP
fight
and he was
now
using the
for
ulti. Don't worry
retake.
about it.
No
Yeah.
ultimates, but Asuna
It's
does
not
have an
planted
operator
yet.
in hand.
I'm like, he's
They're
gonna
not
take
letting
the
them
solo
plant,
stairs
though.
operator into sight. How ballsy, but he's waiting for the team.
Oh, he can't
Looks
wallbang
like he's
in
got the
there.
pistol out for now. He's just gonna be distraction, maybe dash out, cloud burst, and let the team on that highway side
Oh
get
my
right
God.
in. Oh my God, this is so tense right now. Good, Havan, pull back another round.
Asuna playing on the other side of smoke, slowly works his way forward onto the cloud versus Hiko.
Wait.
And Ethan wait on the other side.
Oh my word.
Oh
Team
God.
to tick away.
Still got quite a bit of time.
Ethan doing, yep. Decent amount of view to left as well. Asuna goes in. Asuna gets dropped.
Oh.
Guys, but Ethan for 3.
Oh.
Looking for the last one in the back of the side. He gets
Oh.
They get the defuse. 100 Thieves at 7.
One of the grossest snap transfers I've ever seen through a box. Knew it was going to be big damage because of the headshot dink call from Asuna. The instant comms, the instant kills. Ladies and gentlemen, Ethan with the 3K.
Wow.
Holy.
Great map.
I want a replay.
12 and 5, and really for 100 Thieves again, like things are clicking, right? They're finding themselves at a great spot, and you're getting things that like Nitro's kill there, things that are going their way, right? Like things that don't always go their way that can kind of be 50-50s up and down. Sorry, the 4.
Gosh,
That was gross.
4K, oh my word, just a hat trick at the end, but you can see him. Oh, wait. My mind is blown, he says. Amazing stuff.
I don't
That
blame
was
him.
Meeson on your screen you just saw. Here we are into the 10th round, Doug. Let's see if this aggression keeps up. That was a spicy round.
Middle map.
Oh my
Ooh,
word.
that hurt.
This
wow.
control Havan always get of mid is so perfect.
Yeah, but it hasn't amounted in anything.
Now
I think
Hiko's
that's
got
the problem, right? And 100
7
Thieves have no
HP, but at
incentive
least he
to
can't
change
kill
that,
himself with
right?
the
Like,
ult.
sure, let's keep giving up mid if we know that we can lose that and still have control of the map.
It does seem like they're okay with the firefight within the site. The spike is down. It almost seems like 100 Thieves, they don't love that position, but they are thriving in that play currently. Few more Hunter's Furies towards Cat there. Meeson goes down in the hands of Nitro as they trade one back.
Oh, Steel's about to happen. Alonso split. No, the timing may be right, but he narrowly
No.
misses the shots. He had 2
No.
members
Stinky
just on
whip.
the other side.
That's
He
so
could come in
winnable.
doing the
Boy.
same.
He
The
can
timing
still
is right
shock
here,
both
though.
himself.
Not able to get the
The
second one.
win.
Steel drops as well.
Damn.
That's the round that Havan Liberty get back.
That's the moment you miss, Havan will take it back. And Crane coming up with some beautiful shots there. He's had a hell of a game for himself. As we said before, loves the Sova play. If the moment's right, you might see him bring out KO, but he is that initiator there for Havan Liberty. And like you said, on top for the team right now. A great time to pick up some rounds right towards the end. You're still working through the bankroll of 100 Thieves, so the earlier, the better.
You should shave your eyebrows, Jonas. They
7-3
make it
here in
look
the
too
first half.
manly.
And this time it's a heavy stack towards A,
Yeah.
right? Like we've
Okay.
seen a couple of
Thanks
different
for the tip.
variations of this.
I'll remember that.
A little bit of work mid. The thing is, Nitro's here by himself, and as we saw at the beginning of the half, 100 Thieves, they're very okay with giving up A and just playing retake. It looks like it's exactly what they're going to do.
Quick Trailblazer down.
He always,
Let
I
the
tend to
thunder
notice,
roll. Looks like they want
reach
A.
through
It's a good push by
garden.
Yazi. Does he get any kills?
Yeah. Oh.
Oh boy, this is a tough spot now.
Oh,
That's
this is
the space
That
that
wasn't
100
the
Thieves have
greatest
shown they're
angle to
not
hold.
okay
Aw,
with
thank you,
giving
Melon,
up,
for
and
the
they
10
will fight for
months.
that tooth and nail, and it seems to work out for 100 Thieves as they've already gotten 2. Steel's going to use his ult as the secrets have been used as well, hunting down the remaining members of Havan Liberty. Just 3 left. The spike did go down, but Steel just delayed by the gravity while not able to get through.
4v3. They've attacked in a death ball
His
and
ult just
maybe
run out.
one
He
more
literally
if the
sees
timing
his
was
head
right.
like,
He
what?
takes one down, but it's a double
Oh.
trade for that one.
You got the kill though.
1v3.
Yeah.
Position been given away as well.
Nice.
He's going to get cleaned up at the hands of Hiko. Ethan's going to get the defuse, and
Fucking
we talked
Odin.
about it, Rib. We were at the cusp of, like, we were talking about a 9-3, maybe a 10-2 so far. We're holding serve here.
And we're getting our triple initiator comps. They're rolling through it for us. It's interesting to see both teams run that as
Boomer
it is something
squad
Havan Liberty
is
loves.
doing
But
it.
with the KO introduced
Oh.
here, Sky and the Soba.
Boomer
The
Boomer's
9-3
rise.
is scary though, you know the 9-3 curse.
Rewatch this again.
Yeah.
Like you said, the
Oh, no, no, no.
spaces
It's
they
almost like
are
a-
willing to give up and aren't willing to give up
almost like I
are
wanted
very
to go
apparent.
8-4.
Mid's fine. We'll replay out even if it goes into B. Tree, not so much. We're gonna keep that to ourselves. And now we have our final round of the first half.
Guardian coming out for Crane
Let's
here.
go.
It's a little spicy.
And
Liazzi
Liazzi.
has one as well. Yeah, we'll
Some
see,
one tappies on board.
yeah, we'll see what kind of little something they're able to pull off with that. Bladestorm coming out online for Asuna along with the op. But this is another quiet, very quiet start to the round.
4 rounds is a great number to have. Not the best,
playing
but it gives you a little padding even
super
if pistol's
passive right now.
lost. Still waited out.
And that's the thing. That's at least in the past. That's not where Brazilian teams have like had their biggest advantage. Like when they play, like when they play. If they're forced to play slow, I think that's the kind of way to beat them.
And that was him recalling the star.
Because I think they're thriving. You saw how like fast the first 3 rounds went. They're like thriving in these like where they take the site so fast. But if they lose their confidence,
instead of keeping it as a smoke,
I think it gets really difficult for them.
And the little bit of space that 100 Thieves seem comfortable giving away, they can't even get that.
Fault line in 5 seconds.
Looks like something they could
be waiting for. That's going to go up towards tree, but they're peeking before the util goes out. Yep. Asuna taking full advantage of that. Shion now drops Asuna, and now we have a 4v3 coming into the site. And a big rotation. It's just a late come over by Liazi here. And it was supposed to be a flank, but it seems like A went too quick. A little discombobulated here towards the end of the first half for Havan Liberty, as it looks like it's going to be that 9-3 first half.
Spamming help.
Yeah. And Liazi, like, way out. In
doing a little Cirque Soleil.
Does get cleaned up at the hands of Ethan, but a 9-3 half for 100 Thieves. And, you know, here's the thing we talked about, Riv, was like, there was a magic number, right? And the thing is, because as you take a look at the series, Havan Liberty have to get to map 3, right? That's their win condition. If they can get there, if they can get to Haven, you have a chance at
something. He did that because he knows that...
Yeah, but with a half like this, like... forget about getting to map 3.
He knows that the 9-3 curse is real.
Absolutely, it's going to be tough. Yep. They have to shake that off.
3 to get 9-3, big brains.
Some parts that worked for them against 100 Thieves, but the adaptability and the experience of 100 Thieves says we'll pull back, take that space, and then we'll take you out. Because I think 100 Thieves found that the hold of Havan Liberty is still a bit messy. They don't get themselves into the greatest spots, and when that timer gets down to the last few seconds, 100 Thieves feel super confident taking it.
I'm gonna feed my dog real quick. BRB.
You can indeed. Hopefully for Havan Liberty, they're able to have better success on the defensive half. Our resident expert, Sean Garris, is standing by to break down the first half and what he saw. Sean, take it away.
Hey, Doug. Thanks for the throw. And here we go, guys. This is some chaos. I named this clip Chaos because it's wild. This is the bonus round. Havan Liberty's up 2-0. And this is a must-win early round for 100 Thieves. And it is way, way harder than you would think. So to kick it off, I'm going to show you guys. Nitro is over here in B main, and he's going to put a one-way smoke on that corner. Okay. In addition to that, we're going to have
Jonas entertain the chat.
Steel and Asuna getting mid-control. Right? So together, they're actually working here. And you can see Steel's job is to hold towards lane, and Asuna is aggressively peeking towards top mid. Together with Hiko, actually, they are in a full mid-control setup. Right?
The flute?
Now, the most important thing about this
How
is
do you know that I have a flute right here? What do you mean?
So Ethan is the player over here at A
we can
main.
test the flute.
100 Thieves is aware this is an eco round, so they know it, or a bonus round, so they know that Havan Liberty is on this weird Spectre buy, and that a fast-paced hit could come in. Ethan early flashes into A main, and he gets the info with the Sky that there are people there. In addition to that, he hears the enemy Sky throw a guiding light as well in A main. So now we can start rolling the clip, and let's watch how Ethan responds to this. So he immediately is running away as fast as possible to grass. The second guiding light comes in. There's a fault line. Let's pause it real quick right here. So you can see right there, the fault line comes into generator. The jet dashes top gen, and if you look on the mini-map over here, she is clearing back sight while the Sky is waiting by the door. So the Sky is waiting by the door, and you can almost see the communication between the Sky and the breach right there that I pointed the arrow to. And you'll watch how she looks over at the breach, basically telling him to get over in this direction because we're about to make a push towards Catwalk.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Then regroups on Cat. So let's start playing the clip again. Hiko shoots the recon through
wow, no one's saying anything.
Nothing happened. So you can see Steel, Asuna,
why would they?
Hiko,
Why would they say
Nitro
something?
Nothing
happened.
Ethan.
What could they possibly say?
This is a very unique setup at the A site by 100 Thieves. I loved everything I saw. You can see now this is just kind of dotting the I's, crossing the T's, and the Seekers come out from Ethan as well. So Ethan's entire kit is used this round in a very, very effective way. And this round could have gone either way. Again, there's his Tiger coming through, an immediate guiding light right there. Doesn't blind this player, but it gives the info of exactly where he must be, because if he doesn't get blind, he's hiding behind Gen in that scenario. the defuse comes in, and this is where 100 Thieves makes their rally. So this is what I want to see more of as a 100 Thieves fan, but I'm going to go ahead and throw it back to Riv and Doug, or maybe as I like to call him, Rug.
What? I'm pretty sure that's a first, but
that's a first.
Look, with that said, if you can rock a leather jacket like that, you can do things.
Very
you
true.
just called Raven Doug Rug.
But as Sean was saying, excellent first half from 100 Thieves. They're clicking on all cylinders, and even some of like the weird looks that Havan threw at them while they took A and then fought into tree from sight, like they handled that just fine.
Some of the things we saw happening were immaculate from 100 Thieves once they got their footing. We saw Havan Liberty able to absolutely wipe that immaculation right off the table, if wording. But yeah, honestly though, the way that Havan Liberty won their rounds was straight up the gut. They hit their shots, and 100 Thieves was left wondering in those rounds. And like, they obviously knew they could fix it and adapt, but we need to see Havan Liberty with that confidence coming into their rounds, because the slow style of play is not going to work to 100 Thieves. 100 Thieves just punishes it.
Well, and even like their aggressive hits, right, where they want to like dial something up and try to catch them slipping, like if even in those moments, 100 Thieves seem perfectly comfortable holding that, and they find giving up some of that space because they can counterpunch, and they've shown that they're comfortable doing it consistently. So if you're 100 Thieves, like, we'll give up the space.
Kyedae, how do you handle the pressure being a pro player? Yeah, Kyedae, how do you handle it? Tell me, please.
No, it's definitely really tricky. Like, there's a lot of eyes on you, and it's a difficult game.
That defensive half was the stronger side for 100 Thieves.
I'm even more upset that they had
to, we did see Havan Liberty
bench me for the time being, because they wanted to give Tyson a chance, because they knew that I'm the weakness.
Lower percentage on their attack rate, but there's still a better win percentage on this map of Ascent overall.
It's strange too, because you guys on the same team, obviously you have really good communication, right?
Yeah, I genuinely wonder something. No, if I was actually on the team, and I was actually playing against Tyson, let's for instance say, and I started crying, do you think Tyson would stop trying as hard?
What a situation to be in. Oh my god.
I literally look at Tyson and I'd start crying. Do you think he'd stop trying? Yeah, for sure. No, he literally will.
What do they need?
He would just kill the other four.
He totally would. No, he would kill everybody else but me and just let me like walk around.
Playing that passive, receive 100 Thieves for Havan.
Because Tyson is a soft spot for Kyedae.
Take the hard angles, take those shots. Because a lot of us, what we said 100 Thieves is going to do is use steal, use that KO to get all of the information and push forward. So if you're just a little reluctant about showing yourself and hold your angle, yeah, you might get suppressed for a second.
Would be like, okay, Kyedae, time.
That may not be enough to tell them what they need to do. As long as you're not flustered by Steel's utility and the rest of the team, I think you'll be good for 100 Thieves. But they make it seem so important. Right. They show you a look at one site, they pull back, they understand your movement, Steel starts to read you like a book, and then it becomes a lot tougher to
That's always like a scary thing when you see players leaning back in their chair.
That's really where we see some of that
you know that there's a tech issue that's not going to be solved straight away.
That's where you really kind of see that manifest itself in Shine. You mentioned Steel and his really 5-head galaxy brain reading.
And if it doesn't work, Doug, what do? They put an op on Asuna. They hold an even harder angle from farther away. Utility is almost useless if you can't get around the corner fast enough, or you're not sky flashing all the time. But Asuna's also going to be moving.
Pronounce Asuna?
And he's not the only deadly force on that squad. So Havan Liberty definitely have the work cut out for him. We do see a lot of their players having the ability to come up, be a clutch. Pletz is one of those players. He's a lot of the time can be the last one alive and make plays happen. Very Hiko-esque in his play style. Shion, he is a great leader.
There's one caster that's actually I heard him say it.
Why they did so
Asuna?
well in stage 3. They get behind him. He has a lot of life, and he is somebody to also watch for. I mean, all of them can frag. Liazi is a jet for a reason. So it's just about getting those nerves shaken off here.
Yeah, I think one player on the side of Havan Liberty that I want to see more of, and I think he had an excellent first half, and there's room for him to unlock that even more, especially in the attacking half, is Crane. Right? Like, his Sova was great. He opened up really well with the Hunter series. I popped off individually with I think he was like 12-5 at one point. He was really going toe-to-toe with Ethan on the side of 100 Thieves. So Crane, especially on the attacking half, right? Like
those flanks. They
were excellent. Yeah, they were excellent, but
I can't believe I've been streaming for 8 hours. What the heck?
Right, where you can grab intel, where you can make
You're vibing.
Really look
can't
at
wait
Crane.
to
Like
sleep later.
If there's a win condition, in my opinion, it's kind of got to be around him, right? Like he's got to continue to play well.
Absolutely, and you could keep talking about everybody. Honestly, Meeson coming out of stage 3 in quotes, headshot machine. That was this guy, topping the stats, the one you'll usually see, having really good play. So looking at Meeson here, along with Shion, to make sure those things happen. And you get he's a Breach Sky, a Viper player. We haven't seen too much since it's only the first map, but there's a lot of pool versatility here between Havan Liberty as well. Their triple initiator comps weren't always there, so they grew out of something into that, and they could really be showing us something on the next few maps. We also get our first Icebox, which is nice. I cannot wait for that.
Well, and that's, you know, as we start to look forward a little bit, Icebox is a really good map for both teams, just like Haven is, at least, just like Ascent is, at least statistically.
Fun times.
Right? Like, Haven is the one where there's a chance that something a little spicy. For Havan Liberty, a 7-2 record.
I'm considering going for like a
very average 9-7,
right?
Like they're
considering going for like a
and it's probably going to overtime.
NA friendly
as it does for 100
demon schedule stream.
Oh my word! But yeah,
really?
Like you said, you get to the last one there.
Yeah, I mean, if we're doing evening watch parties this week, I might as well.
Liberty.
There's not much happening in the morning.
We know how much that Asuna likes to just flex on Icebox. The rest of the team enjoys playing that, and sometimes we see Nitro even flex back to that Omen that we see him playing again. They get good blinds, good finds in there with the rest of the team in the sky, and they just start to put together this unstoppable squad here.
God. Maybe we should just run ads.
For a little something spicy, but again, you know, as we mentioned, for Havan Liberty, like I don't, and tell me what you think. I don't know that they're close, in my opinion. It's borderline, because you think about this, man. You lose the pistol, you have to force, right? Because then we're talking about a 10-3 and the gap that you find
they didn't get the fourth round.
Right, like it's enormous. So you kind of have to force to give yourself a fighting chance. But for Havan Liberty,
Tyson is 20 years old, I'm 19.
Borderline on, well, maybe we start thinking about Icebox.
Right.
We're not there yet, but I think we're damn close.
And are we seeing everything? You have Crazy Raccoons, Gambit in this group as well. Yeah. It's your first game, and nobody holds off everything.
You're 19, you'll look like 1 or 2 years older.
You get the job done. But this is a tough group, and everybody in your group is watching you right now. You get all the info from the first day. We've seen teams play today, and it seems like each playstyle has been pretty different.
I would say I don't think I look old.
Clashing in Masters Berlin.
You look ancient.
I will say this. I think as we think about Brazilian representation
I
international
think you act more mature.
The story at Reykjavik was
fun, I was not that mature when I was 19, at least.
I really liked Havan Liberty. I liked what I saw. I liked how they played, but it just has not been very formidable at all.
It's the one round, it's really hard to draw a picture with words, so apologize, follow me. When they crashed onto B, to Boathouse, to switch.
And Hiko was backside by himself.
Well, Hiko came in spawn. Nitro was in the back of the site. The speed at which we saw Havan Liberty have a dash into the site, trade the kill back onto Asuna, who was main with an off.
I can't check any tweets right now. It's acting really weird. Like, well, I can alt tab into, but it won't even let me type
to execute that strat. But they're not afraid to, which is what
Be careful.
Because you can't give up in any of these. You can't
it's okay, don't worry. I'm able to switch between tabs.
Don't mess yourself up that bad. But you can't just do this sit back strat and hope you're going to win.
Yes, absolutely. Folks, I have news for you. We are being told that there was a keyboard issue on the side of Havan Liberty, so they actually requested a replay of the last round in the first half. It was granted, so we are going to be going a bit back in time, right? Like throw that bad boy in reverse a little bit. We're going to play that last round out one more time, so it is going to be 8-3, folks. Again, if you're watching at home, you come back, you realize, wait a second, we've already played this round. What's going on? It's because technically we have, but we are going to do it one more time. It is going to be 8-3 when we load into the game. We are going to replay that round again due to a keyboard issue on the side of Havan Liberty.
Understanding the situation and the options we have, you can keep the competitive integrity here and make sure this round gets played back through. It's unfortunate that techs happen like this, but we will be able to get no advantage to sides.
Yeah, and I think it's actually a really, that's a big deal because I'm 9-3 and an 8-4.
What? The round is being played again?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We'll see if they approach it differently, honestly, because what they've been doing, I think, is what Havan Liberty will continue to flow with. They did feel comfortable at, I mean, how do you not gaining all that space? It's almost a false sense of security.
His W key was
is
broken.
allowing Havan Liberty to have there with all.
I mean, that explains why he was like doing the things, I guess.
The smoke's being placed a little bit different, or
thank
not
you,
placed
Brody,
in mid,
for the $50.
because
I love
Liberty
you,
wasn't
Kyedae.
able to crash out of those smokes with a sky flash after the fact, after the 100 Thieves saw him do it the one round. So adaptation on both sides.
What to say to that.
And we are back into that 8-3 last round of our first half. Let's see it.
What?
10 seconds
Are they
away.
playing the
Again,
full
as far as
round
setup
again?
goes, this is a little bit different of a different look. Excuse me.
1v5 keyboard issue.
Heavy stack B. I mean,
just
everyone
it.
is on that side of the
A
map.
1v5 again.
Oh boy.
Astra Stars drop as well. Asuna's gonna get pushed back.
That's a no-no.
Yep.
Oh.
He is gonna get away. He is gonna preserve his life. Steel's gonna get a good bit of info. My goodness, they know that they're coming. There is no middle of space taken away, but Steel's gonna drop. Asuna's able to get one. As numbers equalize at 4, Havan not giving up. They drop a little bit more util, but they are going to rotate. But Nitro's in a great spot.
My guy, going to pinch out from bench here. The team said audio was cut. You saw the rotation quick back from Ethan. He got right back to A. 100 Thieves is not trying to over-rotate on this.
They're getting around because there was an issue on the other team's side with the keyboard, and the W key wasn't working apparently. So, is Peter Asuna? Yeah. Do you guys want me to call him Asuna, or is Peter okay?
Because you saw
he's
they've
just
got Crane taking the scenic route, right? Like he's going
my friend,
all
so
the way
I call him
around. It's
Peter.
going to take a while for him to really make his presence known on that half of the map, and that's kind of what I'm expecting to see, right? Like draw some attention over to A, then hit B. They've been known to do it, and actually they're fakes. The times that we've seen them in the Brazilian region have been pretty good.
Thank you, K, for the 2 months. Good luck, by the way, with school.
Nitro will have his smoke back up again.
Peter's fine. Sorry, I didn't know.
Off B.
Oh, no, that's fine.
Oh, I didn't think he was going to step all the way out. I thought they were just going to play cat and mouse forever, Doug.
That timing, hey?
Oh, my word.
Yeah.
Asuna's still in a great spot, though, right? He's still got he's actually looking to go in aggressive. He's got the Blade Storm. He's going up. 13 seconds left, but Havan Liberty, they're going to have to go. They're running out of time. What can 100 Thieves do for the hold? Asuna not able to get the second. Oh, he's going to drop.
Okay.
Hego's going to drop as well. The round's going to fall into Ethan's hands. This one's not going to go down, though.
Nice.
Same outcome.
Same outcome.
Same outcome.
Thank God.
And you can hear 100 Thieves, or at least Weekend behind us, cheering, knowing that they should have taken that round. They do again, and they are getting verbal about it. Like we said, if you watch the press conference, Steel says this, it brings him alive.
Yeah.
This locks him in. He loves watching his opponents squirm, especially when he's able to take them round for round. So 100 Thieves in their element right now, feeling this, and Asuna with the reset.
During this tech pause, I finished high school, went to college,
wasn't able to get
got my degree, married my dream girl, had kids.
At the end of the day, and that's kind of what our
power.
was, right? Like,
He became pros, and they're still waiting for this boss
to haven't made it on the site. You don't have control of the site. You still got to get the spike down. Nothing doing. But now, turn our attention towards the future. Havan Liberty swapping sides. Now they're going to be on the defensive half. They are going to invest presence mid. Let's see what they can do with it.
A lot of
the
ghosts.
9-3 curse.
Keeping this at range to start, or at least compiling those ghosts to take one down immediately is fantastic, but it looks like they are going to split a little bit. Ozzy straight out, the aggression from Havan Liberty.
He was able to get one, but they've taken full mid control. A's been left open. TENZ is left alone. Asuna's going to be able to clean him up, so they're going to be able to get onto A, and much like we saw in the previous half, it's going to be a fight for A retake. Steel dropping a bit of util to kind of keep space away. The Ozzy's going to take care of Ethan.
That Molly looked so big, like when
a 3v3.
Asuna's
going to get cleaned up. Steel's there for the trade. Able to get the second as well.
Steel's really doing it.
As Meeson, is left alone.
Ballsy
and
peaks
Nico.
coming in from both teams here.
Oh,
sure
perfect.
Get the round
Perfect
in their favor.
crossfire.
Oh my word! Steel with the
Deep.
3K.
So
I thought
good.
that was going to be a blind on both, but Steel
that's
it to get the
that's the way you do it.
Yeah. It's a perfect
Thieves do
like
second
peak of contact.
And we're
honestly
full on in dangerous
trade.
territory.
Beautiful
here,
trade.
Again,
that's how you play a
Liberty,
2 versus
you're at a
1.
point where
Pico getting baited. That's the
force,
point, chat.
You're
that's
a lot of eggs in the
it's called playing
basket,
off of.
Like,
What Steel does there?
You have to convert.
He says, "I'm peeking on your
It's one
contact,"
of those where you
and then Hiko holds the angle,
and you have a ton of
and
pressure
Steel
on you,
plays behind,
or
and
you
then
try
he
to
swings
pressure
out
yourself
as
into
soon
it,
as he
and
hears shots.
You're rough on the econ game, so I think they're hoping to push it as long as they can with as much money in their
Your mic
pocket
is acting
to see
weird.
what
I think
next
it's
round will
because
bring,
it's
and
to your
hopefully
left
they
rather
can
than in
carry it
front
from
of
there.
you. Okay.
Oh, and they're
can do
dialing up heavy
this.
aggression, but I was actually about to point out, Asuna and
better?
Steel both have
It just drops lower
rifles, but they felt the presence. They felt the
Did you
pressure
see
coming
Liquid
from the
Heroic?
lobby.
They lost a
They
1
are
versus
able to
5
hold
on
it.
match
I
points.
don't think that's what it
Asuna
is.
right back up.
Steel with the Guardian.
We still never fixed the mic issue before you left. Dude, I know.
Trailblazer forward. Tiger's out. It goes, oh, there it is. Finding some tappies towards mid. Liazi goes down. And now they only have to work against the bit of the util that could keep them out of the sight, really. Finding that jet is a great hit to get in the beginning, but they still have to take out a lot of the util that will keep them out of the sight. Whoops! All right, 0 points for the 0 point.
They're smoking off defender spawn. They're going to flash out as well, so they are going to take B. It hasn't been super loud. It hasn't been super aggressive, but it doesn't seem to make a difference. As Misa just dropped, Shion's going to drop as well, just leaving Crane and Pletz alone. They're really nowhere near the site. They're also not really playing together, and they've got the gun deficit. Crane's rocking a shorty, bro.
Trying to pinch this one in. Oh, they aren't actually crossfiring this, but he does
Whoa,
turn at the timing.
the
Crane
timing.
goes down. Pletz knows. He's like, one right click, I could have a gun for next round, and that would actually be huge. Hiko's staring him dead in the eye from the other side of the wall right now.
This is a pretty brutal situation. He's been tagged as well, too, man. Now they know where he is. A flawless round. Prime Gaming flawless one at that for 100 Thieves as Hiko cleans up the last. 100 Thieves get to 11. The possibility of the magic that we talked about that's needed for a minor region to make something happen in a match like this, nowhere to be seen.
It's like everybody's feeling it, too, and I love this look from Nitro. Is there a flank? Everybody's in sight.
Nice.
They're aware of where the placement of every teammate is on the map and where they might need to look in a split second. That's making it very tough for Havan Liberty, who's trying to win the first firefight.
Wait, Liquid was on match point in Counter-Strike just now, and they lost a 1 versus 5. Oh no.
Oh god.
In their favor right now is
really?
No. To get opening
yeah,
kills
they got
and mid-round kills.
Heroic clutched. Heroic clutched a 1 versus 5 on match
They've
point.
controlled the middle of the map. They're going to be able to waltz in for free, and this is do or die, at least on Ascent for Havan Liberty. They drop the paranoia. Asuna and Steel are going to be the tip of the spear as they work their way forward.
Oh my god, relax.
Oh
Just
god.
leaving one player backside. Crane is good for it, but he's going to get cleaned up. The Guardian, no less. Cleaning things up and getting 100 Thieves onto the site. The Spike should be able to get down as well. I also love Nitro playing the middle of the map, right? He's not going to play on site with them. He goes in a great spot as well. I love this setup from 100 Thieves.
A lot of util here for Pletz. Calling the shots for the team. They follow the leader in with confidence. Can this be a 3v4 that Havan Liberty can come back with? Already backing off on this one. Not confident about what they can bring in, but if they have 2 more players on the next round, they may try to do something. And I think this is too much reserve play in their favor. Yeah, you're looking for the win,
my gosh.
but I think you are allowing so much agency to 100 Thieves that they are walking all over you eventually.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
really,
he could have got 2K there, but there was a cross.
In the round, saving just becomes so much more difficult. And
right, they're going hunting.
Yeah, and they tried. They're not able to get anything. But so I get it, right? Like, you're down this far. You know you're going to be hurt.
Jonas forgot to mention that TL were down 12-3 after a comeback. Oh, I didn't know that actually. I just tuned in now.
But you're right. Like, you're playing not to lose, and that's hard.
That's what I wanted to say earlier. But it is, and it gets tough because when results don't work, and I'm not saying this is happening, things can get quiet, but what does happen is you're unsure of your first shot. You double.
Why do I feel bad?
Instead of come out confidently.
Everyone has the right to feel bad. Sometimes when, you know, when even Tyson's team, like Sentinels, is just beating a team into the ground, like 13-1, it just,
you know, a situation like this can really,
it's not even enjoyable to watch, if you know what I mean, and it makes sense. Just a compassion person.
It's not really good for anything either. Like, it's not good for the competitive scene. It's not good for like the viewership of the tournament.
No. Right, the resilience. Right, like the resilience, and that's required, especially when you get punched in the mouth.
And thank you, MJ, for the 4 gifted subs. Thank you so much.
For 100 Thieves, man, it's like all smiles across the board, right? Like, they're feeling good. This is important. We know that they have the lane experience, but this is still the first time this
it's funny.
out here,
I don't feel bad.
They seem to be performing just fine.
Okay.
Okay, dude.
Land jitters does not seem to.
Maybe we should Google the word emotion.
100 Thieves at the moment. looks to solidify here the first map on Ascent and move us on to Icebox in this last best of 3 of our day 1 of Masters Berlin. Already some awesome games we had. Teams showing how strong they are with dominant performances throughout the day.
Oh, 100 Thieves are going, and they're going to go full send. They use all the flashes. They use a little bit of everything to get onto B, and they're going to do so with almost no resistance. They were able to drop one member of Havan Liberty, but that's all that was there.
It's a consideration of what can 100 Thieves do in a round, you know, to be turned around and just running away there. Havan was not ready for the situation. 100 Thieves seems to be able to vary up whatever they're doing to throw Havan Liberty for a loop. Final round, Doug, of the first map. It looks like it could be 100 Thieves.
Oh, Asuna getting a little bit of friendly fire on the flash, and then the fall line, he's getting all sorts of messed up. Beyonce was able to get one. Asuna getting pushed back. He's going to drop, but Nitro's in a great spot to flip things. They still have a couple of members in the back of the side as well, as Nitro repositions, gets in attacker spawn. Time ticking away. Crane's going to have to make some magic happen. It's not going to happen this time around.
Good shit, 100
no concerns. Playing the lane, a 13-3 win, exactly what the doctor ordered.